Once upon a time, nestled between the softest clouds in the sky, there was a little moon who loved nothing more than to watch over the world below as it slept. Every evening when the sun would dip behind the hills, painting the clouds in hues of lavender and rose, the little moon would rise, casting a gentle glow on sleeping children and dreaming lovers. One night, as the little moon bathed the world in its silvery light, it noticed a small cottage deep in an enchanted forest. The cottage was surrounded by a garden full of glowing moonflowers that swayed gently in the night breeze. Inside the cottage, a young girl named Luna lay in her bed fast asleep. Her hair, as dark as the night sky, was strewn across her pillow, and her breathing was soft and even like the lull of a nearby waterfall. The little moon watched over Luna, feeling a deep sense of peace and contentment. It had seen countless children drift off to sleep beneath its gentle gaze, and each time it felt a rush of joy. As the night wore on, the little moon continued its vigil, keeping watch over the sleeping world until the first hints of dawn began to appear in the eastern sky. With the promise of a new day, the little moon bid farewell to the sleeping world, sinking slowly behind the horizon until only a sliver of its light remained. And with the last whispers of moonlight, the forest woke up. Birds began to chirp their morning songs, and dewdrops glistened on the petals of the moonflowers, sparkling like diamonds in the soft morning light. Soon, the scent of freshly brewed coffee drifted from the cottage as Luna awoke and began to stir. She yawned, stretching her arms above her head before hopping out of bed. As she did, she noticed the empty space beside her where the little moonflower that had been tucked beside her pillow had been placed the night before. A gentle smile touched her lips as she remembered the dream she had shared with the little moon. And so begins our bedtime story designed to help you drift off to sleep. We've carefully crafted this narrative using techniques that promote relaxation and calmness, allowing you to ease into a peaceful slumber. Our story follows the little moon as it watches over the sleeping world, sharing dreams and bringing comfort to those who rest beneath its gentle glow. Through its nightly vigil, the little moon becomes a symbol of tranquility, guiding us to a state of relaxation and rest. Now let's dive into the 9 elements that make this bedtime story perfect for drifting off to sleep. 1. Calm setting. Our story is set in a tranquil and peaceful environment. We describe the little moon watching over the world from between soft clouds, then focus on a cozy cottage surrounded by a glowing moon garden. This gentle setting immediately puts the listener at ease, allowing them to fully relax and unwind. 2. Relaxed pace. The story progresses at a slow and steady pace. There are no sudden surprises or cliffhangers to jolt the listener from their relaxed state. Instead, we use descriptive pauses and soft language to mimic deep breathing, further promoting feelings of calmness and serenity. 3. Gentle characters. The characters in the story are friendly, calm, or whimsical. We focus on the little moon, which has a nurturing and comforting presence. The story also features a young girl named Luna, who is innocent and peaceful. By focusing on these gentle characters, the story creates a safe and relaxing atmosphere that is perfect for bedtime. 4. Soft sounds and sensory detail. The story is filled with soft sounds and gentle sensory imagery. We describe the sound of the little moon bathing the world in silvery light and the soft breathing of the sleeping girl. These auditory and tactile details create a soothing atmosphere that envelops the listener, transporting them to a peaceful place. 5. Repetition and rhythm. The story incorporates gentle repetition and rhythm. The lines, "Every evening when the sun would dip," and And so begins our bedtime story. Create a sense of predictability and comfort. This rhythmic storytelling mimics the cadence of lullabies, further promoting relaxation and sleepiness. 6. Positive emotions. The overall tone of the story is positive and uplifting. We focus on themes of safety, warmth, love, curiosity, wonder, and gratitude, all emotions that evoke a sense of peace and tranquility. The story avoids fear, suspense, or any other stressful themes that could potentially jolt the listener from their relaxed state. 7. Magical imaginative elements. The story includes light fantasy and magical realism elements, such as the idea that the little moon can share dreams with the sleeping girl. These imaginative elements add a touch of whimsy and wonder to the story without introducing any chaotic or intense situations. The story also features surreal but calm sequences, like the little moon sinking behind the horizon and glowing moonflowers, which further enhance the dreamy atmosphere. 8. Mindful, relaxing actions. The characters in the story engage in mindful and relaxing actions. The little moon watches over the sleeping world, while Luna reads, stretches, and eventually goes about her morning routine. These actions are gentle and soothing, promoting a sense of tranquility and balance. 9. Closing with sleep trigger. The story ends with a sense of completeness, calm, or drifting off. We describe the little moon bidding farewell to the sleeping world and Luna waking up peacefully. This ending reinforces the feeling of relaxation and encourages the listener to let go of the day's worries and embrace sleep. The final lines, "She yawned, stretching her arms above her head," are designed to trigger sleep. The image of Luna comfortably stretching invites the listener to do the same, guiding them into a state of physical relaxation. And with that, our story has come to an end. We hope you enjoyed this peaceful narrative that carries you to a place of tranquility and rest. If you found this story helpful, don't hesitate to give it a like. And if you have any bedtime stories you'd like to share, please feel free to comment below. Before we part ways, here's another story you might enjoy. Sweet Dreams. Over the vast expanse of the velvety night sky twinkled countless stars, each a distant sun, a tiny spark of light in the grand theater of the cosmos. Yet there was one star that shone brighter than all the rest, a radiant beacon of celestial wonder. And that star wasn't just any ordinary celestial body. Oh no, it was a wishing star, a magical orb that granted wishes to those pure of heart who gazed upon its ethereal glow. In a quaint cottage nestled amidst a whispering willow forest lived a young girl named Stella. With eyes as bright as the starlit sky and a heart as pure as the driven snow, Stella spent her days dreaming of adventures beyond the willow's whispering boughs. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in hues of lavender and rose, Stella stepped outside her cottage to gaze at the star-studded heavens. Suddenly, her gaze fell upon a shooting star streaking across the night sky. And as it blazed a trail of stardust and moonlight, it landed not far from where she stood. With a pounding heart, Stella raced to where the star had fallen. And there in the soft earth, nestled amongst the roots of an ancient oak, lay the wishing star. Its radiance had dimmed, and it seemed as though it were sleeping. Gently picking up the star, Stella felt a surge of warmth and hope course through her veins. For she knew that this was no ordinary star. It was a wishing star, a celestial being of immense power and grace. As Stella cradled the wishing star in her hands, she felt an overwhelming sense of responsibility. She knew that this magical being had traveled across the cosmos to grant her a wish, and she wanted it to be something truly special. After a long pause, filled with contemplation and quiet thought, Stella finally whispered her wish into the star. If you want to hear the rest of this enchanting tale and discover the magical journey that unfolds, don't forget to click the link provided. We're confident that you'll find this captivating story as enchanting and immersive as our previous selection. So why wait? Click the link now and get ready to be whisked away on another mesmerizing adventure.